This side.
This is meteorologist Technicals reporting. Huntersville. Pretty bad.
What is up, guys? Technicals here. So people seem to like my video where my farm flooded. If you have no clue what I'm talking about, go watch the other video. Mining farm flooded, my building flooded. I've got a boatload of French drains, heavy drainage systems on my property. I'm obsessed with it. When it rains hard, I'm like walking outside in the rain to study the water patterns. But still, this building's really new, and I recently graded this land. You can't see it because it's 3:45 a.m. Tropical storm Tabby or Debby, whatever, is on the way, and they're saying it's going to dump like 30 inches of rain.
Meteorologist Technicals covering tropical storm Debby. Pretty bad, man.
All right, so I'm not sure if my phone still works. Out here in the hurricane, this is a follow-up. When my mining farm got flooded, hurricane's here, started flooding again. Come to find out, the issue was not drainage. It never was. It's just the rain hitting the face of the garage door and the side of the building and draining down and getting caught on the lip and coming in underneath the garage door. So I was chiseling it out, beating it with a hammer for relief. It's just too much rain, so I just stapled a whole bunch of plastic sheeting to the outside to hopefully keep it from doing that, but the winds are so high, I'm afraid it's just gonna rip it right off. Had to do it with the door closed because the building kept sucking the air in, sucking the sheet in. But yeah, I mean, I guess you can't really I mean, you can tell how wet I'm wet. Anyway, farm's off, taking no chances. Got like 12 more hours of this shit. So I'm not even gonna try to like get the water out, because if I open this door, the pressure is gonna suck the plastic right back in. Ultimately, I think I'd rather repair a few screw holes than spend another 3-4 hours squeegeeing out this building and having things rot and get damaged by the water. So that's the name of the game, but it looks like an awning is in my future over this garage door for sure. Yeah, I can't wait to build a 20-foot wide awning. That's all of what, 3 feet out? Anywho, that's the update with the flood. For reference now, it's not too far in, but you know, I just had the door open. It's not too bad. And I don't see any more leaking in. So maybe I'll kick the fan on. Yeah, I'll kick the fan on, and you know, maybe the exhaust fans too, just to create a slight pressure differential. Because I know it's not gonna be sucking hard, but my thinking is that it's gonna be pulling on the seams of this, which would keep the plastic sucked to the side of the building versus having the wind wobble it and tear out the staples. So I'm not too confident in those staples. There's a lot of them, but you know, if one gives, that means the next one is taking up that much more pressure, and it's just a domino effect. All right, so it's coming down with extreme prejudice. Building staying pretty dry. The plastic seems to work. I don't know how long the plastic's gonna hold up in the wind. And that plastic's gonna end up in 80 feet up in a tree, guaranteed. In my neighbor's tree. All right, all the rain, mostly gone. Hurricane's over. Farm's still off, but floor is dry. I think it was like, it had to have been like 6 to 8 inches of rain within a 12-hour period. But yeah, pretty dry. Some water back there, but the system worked out. In the end, it wasn't the drainage at all. Now, I did run into a problem towards the end when the rain was just super heavy. Everything was saturated. It did eventually pull up there and start leaking in. So I just came out here and hand dug a trench to relieve it. I'm gonna put in another collection basin. But after that, you know, there's no chance it would flood after that. But rain hits the side, drips down. It just drips onto that concrete little lip right there, flows right underneath the door. So I'm gonna put in a rubber threshold, about a 3/4 inch rubber threshold underneath, seal up the edges, and then probably just grind down the lip. I thought about putting a little awning up here, but man, that's kind of like a whole thing, and I don't want to do it in wood. I'd rather metal, and that's gonna be like $2 grand probably for a metal awning, because I'm not welding a metal awning myself. I can't weld that good. So I think I'm just gonna grind down the lip so the water can flow off. understand this video is not really mining related at all, but a lot of people watch the farm flood video, so this is the conclusion of that. I doubt I need to revisit this in video form again. You know, there's probably a much more elegant way to do it, but there's more rain coming tonight, and I don't really care. I can fix it in the future. So I just ground down the burr, the edge, and then every so often just put these relief cuts, because the garage door sits here, threshold will be right here. So any water dripping down, if it, you know, it'll eventually pull up and it will find one of these outlets and just drain down into the channel. And then I'll just probably put a metric fuck shit ton of silicone around these edges, around this this flashing here. There's nothing that a lot of silicone won't fix. All right, got a nice little trench here. I think I got enough fall, because the pad is basically level and I was trying to eyeball it all the way down. It's a pretty rough, but the mud is just too soft to try to make like anything right out of it. So let it dry up a bit, settle a bit, and then I'll come back over and even it all out. Got the little collection drain over there, plenty of fall, and I'll just put a little pop-up emitter over there. This content wasn't really specifically mining related, just kind of a follow-up to the flooding of my mining farm, but a lot of people watched the video. A lot of people seemed to like it. It had a very high like ratio, so that's what's going on. Hopefully the last I have to cover this. If you like content like this, be sure to like the video, comment below, I like this, more of this, and if you're not already, subscribe to the channel. I'm The Technicals, see you next time.